Today we're looking at a direct comparison between the Umarex SAA45 and Crosman's version. Hello and welcome to Andy's Airgun Review. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you'll know I have become a big fan of the Colt SAA 45 type pistol. So imagine my surprise when Karl from Draper's thrust this into my hands. It's the Crosman Cowboy single action. Now, my first thought after seeing it in all its blister pack glory was that this has got its work cut out to be as good or even compete with the Umarex version. So let's have a look at it. Let's put it through its paces and see how it compares to the Umarex. The Crosman version is based on the 1875 pistol and is an all-metal construction, giving it a weighty feel which gives it a feeling of quality. It's finished off in a cream plastic handle which they class as faux ivory. Now, the first thing you notice is this isn't a gun for someone with small hands. It feels a real handful by comparison to the Umarex, as you can see. The sights are fixed post front and grooved rear as per the original. The safety is underneath and in front of the trigger housing, and has a nice definite click with white dot for safe, red dot for fire. Now, once it's in safe, it locks absolutely everything, which is no bad thing. And of course, it ensures there is no chance of any accidental firing. The action is single shot, of course, and is cylinder loading as per the original. Now, loading is via the side opener after first putting it into the first stage pull on the trigger, which then releases the cylinder to rotate freely, so each shell can be removed either by simply dropping it out or by using the slider on the front. The main difference as far as the slider is concerned on the Crosman is it doesn't show the spring as it does on the Umarex version. It's far more enclosed. Now, when loading the cartridges, you have a choice of either pellets or BBs, and yes, both sets of cartridges are supplied with the gun. Not a bad idea, and really nice to see a company thinking this one through. Each cartridge has either a pellet symbol on the rear or the 4.5mm for the BB, so you don't get them mixed up. And before anyone asks, yes, the pellets fit into the BB cartridge and vice versa. Though the pellets in the pellet cartridge did give slightly better accuracy results rather than the pellets in the BB shells. Now, whilst we're talking about the shells and the cylinder, this gun is strippable. It's achieved by first emptying the cylinder completely, then pressing the black button on the side and pulling back the rod. And lo and behold, the entire cylinder is easily removed. Now, refitting is simply the reverse of that. Slotting it back in nice and carefully, making sure it's lined up, and sliding back locks it into place. The barrel is a 7.5 inch with a recess in the end for realism, and the 7.5 inch barrel makes the gun accurate in spite of its smooth bore and keeps the power level up. In fact, I was able to gain higher figures than the 450 claimed feet per second. The overall feel of this gun is excellent, and I must admit I was very sceptical when I first held it, thinking this was going to be nothing like the Umarex for quality. Well, I was always told not to judge a book by its cover, and this Crosman proves that old adage. The gun is superb quality and a joy to hold and use. So, is it better than the Umarex? As always, it isn't quite so cut and dry. If you have a smaller hand and want something other than chromed with the faux ivory handle, or you want different length barrels or the ability to fan the hammer, then Umarex has the answer for you with their very extensive range of the single action pistols. But if you have slightly larger hands and want a dual ammunition gun with a superb feel to it and of course strippable, then look no further than this Crosman. There is one other bonus to the Crosman too: the price. It's currently about £70 cheaper than the Umarex. This one is going to find a home in my collection as I am hooked on the action, the realism, and that beautiful sound of the mechanism. You need to check this out if you haven't done so already.